unborn children. We must fearlessly move forward to create a culture of life that welcomes and supports unborn babies and their families. Thank you.
The final activist I would like to bring up is a woman named Kristen Turner. She is a wonderful activist with POW and is also the executive director of Pro-Life San Francisco. Thank you.
I do apologize for my voice. It's been a very long week. I want to start off by saying that if you care about the health and safety of pregnant people, this issue should matter to you. I am a progressive. I am an atheist. This is not about politics. This is not about religion. Cesare Santangelo has killed pregnant people. He has killed them, and not only that, but it is very likely that he is in violation of federal law. The practices here are not an isolated incident. When the story of Kermit Gosnell came out, the abortionist who is now serving life in jail for killing Karna Monger and multiple born children who were born alive. That is not an isolated incident, and we cannot pretend that that is the truth anymore. These practices that violate federal law are potentially happening across the nation. We know that dangerous practices are happening at UCSF as well in California, and we know that this will not stop until these abortionists are held to account. So if you even pretend to care about pregnant people and their health and their safety, this issue should matter to you. Because it doesn't stop with unborn children. It doesn't even stop with born children. It stops never. Because he will not stop without making a profit. It doesn't matter if he tramples on the lives of women, pregnant people, or even born children. We have the proof. We have the photos. This is Harriet. That is Christopher. And now we must stand up. We are demanding an autopsy now. We are offering $25,000 to anybody in this facility who is willing to give information that will lead to the conviction of this butcher. It is time to stand up, not only for the unborn, but for born children and for pregnant people alike. Thank you.
I was incorrect. We have one more speaker. I'd like to bring up Dr. Michael New. Thank you.
Dr. New!
I get a chance to speak. Looks like we got some good news on Monday, but I'm not really here to talk about the Supreme Court. I'm here to talk about what we can do right here, right now in blue cities. That if we do get a good outcome for the Supreme Court, we might be able to do all that much legislatively in blue cities. There's a lot we can do. We can pray. We can protest. We can sidewalk counsel. We can educate our friends and our peers. But most importantly, we can expose misconduct in the abortion industry, and that is exactly what we are doing today. 35 days ago, the DC police obtained the remains of 5 children that were aborted at this facility. There's a good chance
now,
at
not
least
35 days ago.
There's a good chance at least one died from illegal partial birth abortion. There's possibilities they were born alive. However, has there been an investigation? No. There has been 35 days of apathy, 35 days of neglect, 35 days of negligence, and 35 days of silence. Mayor Bowser seemed interested in investigating Lauren Handy, but she has no interest in investigating Cesare Santangelo, the Curtis Bay Medical Waste Company, or the remains of these children. So we need to keep the pressure. We need to keep this in the public eye. And this is the important job that we have to do today. So I'm encouraging everyone to take appropriate action. President Biden, do your job. Have the Department of Justice conduct an investigation.
Are there statistics?
Attorney General Merrick Garland, do your job. Have the DOJ conduct an investigation. Speaker Pelosi, do your job. Hold hearings on the remains of these aborted children. Majority Leader Schumer, do your job. Hold hearings on the remains of these aborted children.
Give us statistics.
Mayor Bowser, do your job. Do the proper autopsy on these aborted children. All these people I'm not sure are Democrats. I have some advice for people who work here too. If you're an employee, of the DC Surgi Clinic, do your job. Report violations of the law. There's a $25,000 reward waiting for you. So again, I have advice for Republicans as well. I want every Republican running for Congress and Senate to commit to hearings about the remains of these children. I want all current Republican Congressmen and Senators to do a shadow hearing on the remains of these children. So everyone has a job to do. We need to keep up the pressure and keep this case in the public eye. One thing the history has told us is that in the long run, lies are unsustainable. Misconduct cannot go on forever. Eventually, as we saw, Kermit Gosnell was brought to justice. And if we stay the course, Cesare Santangelo will be brought to justice as well. These children and all the children that are unjustly aborted will get the respect and dignity that they deserve. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for coming here today. We're going to wrap up. First, our activists are about to...
We got no proof. No proof.
Santangelo is a mass killer. For you people that work here, you've got blood on your hands. Sir, don't go down here.
How, if they have been witness to a crime and they've it was the first time she felt hope, just $12 worth of resources she for her to that time. Her baby could have been in that box.
All right, look at this, everyone. I'm going to slip this under the door, and then we're going to leave.
Can you read it?
Yes. $25,000 reward to any staffer of Cesare Santangelo who will testify under oath as to the crimes he has committed. And if you could excuse me, I'm going to slip it under that door. They're ignoring us, but one of these staffers is going to get it. God, in Jesus' name, let this get to the right person. Please, God, in Jesus' name, let this get to the right person.
Justice for the five! Justice for rape victims! Justice for victims of child molestation! Including abortion! Why? You're trying to speak for us?
Let them answer any questions. Anyone have any follow-ups?
Because there are 5 members of your local community that you have completely overlooked. These 5 children, these are not over-edited. These are images that were taken out of children were pulled out of the box. That was brought outside of Cesare Santangelo.
Keep shoving signs in people's faces. See how that
These children matter. What has happened to them matters. And we demand justice for these 5 children. It is unacceptable what has happened to them.
If any of the members of the press would like a one-on-one interview with Teresa, or with anyone else here that just went up, we will be available to you. Teresa's over here if any of you have follow-up questions for her. To my right.
No, you are the domestic terrorist. You know who he is? This is your push-up. Yeah, oh right. Some bull. Get out of my face. I'm going to get it on slot. I'm in science. I love science. Science.
Pro-choice or pro-abortion or however you might identify, if you support people killing children in the womb, I would really just like to point your attention to these photographs again. I understand that abortion is a complicated issue that involves trauma for many people, and I understand that you are very conflicted on this issue, but look at these images. Are you pro-choice up to 32 weeks like Christopher X? Are you pro-choice when it comes to children like Harriet? Look at her eye. Look at her open eye. That is a living, she was a living human being. Do you support that? Should we prosecute that? Should that be legal?
Get that justice. Get that case
So join us. Thank you. Thank you. Join us in calling for justice. Join us. Join us. If you don't want that to be the face of your movement, if you don't want Christopher X's corpse to be what people think of when they think of safe, legal abortion, then join us. Help us end late-term abortion at this clinic. Shut down this clinic where Cesare Santangelo kills these babies for profit. He's not doing this out of the goodness of his heart. He is making money. He's making a fucking killing these babies. Please join us. If you are pro-choice, I don't care. I just want you to stand up for these 5 children. Really ask yourself, do you support this? Is this what you want the pro-abortion movement to stand by? If you are pro-choice, is that, look at baby Harriet. That's baby Harriet. Is that women's rights? Is that women's rights? Tell me, is that women's rights? Please, please, please stand for justice for these 5 children brutally murdered by Cesare Santangelo in this clinic.
So it's unbelievable. A lot of you here, one, you can't argue with this, so you have to deny it, but you can't do that because DC police already verified not only that all of these babies were aborted here, but that this is legal. So you are defending this. Make no mistake, this is what you are defending. This is the dismemberment and the disembowelment of pain-capable, viable human beings. And you are defending this. Just so you know, just so you understand, you are defending pain-capable, viable dismemberment of human beings. This needs to stop. This is abortion extremism. And I don't even care what side of the fence you are. You should be against this. And if you are, please join us. Thank you.
If you care about the health and the safety of pregnant people, I beg you to listen to this. Cesare Santangelo has killed pregnant people. He has killed them. One woman ended up with fetal remains in her lung. He is butchering people here and should be held to account. He is killing pregnant people and you are not taking action. If you don't want this to be the face of your movement, then pro-choice people need to stand up and they need to oppose this. Because this isn't about your views. I'm an atheist, I'm a leftist, and I am against killing these 5 children. This shouldn't be legal for any reason. And there's reason to believe that what was committed was illegal. It's time that we demand an autopsy. The BC medical examiner has custody of the 5 bodies that were found here. And it's time for them to do the autopsy.
A better world is possible, and it starts with us. We can end the suffering, we can give it up. Every generation has an obligation to non-violence and non-discrimination. And you know it's true, the unborn matter too. So join us and unite, for we have just begun to fight. Help us tell the nation we want a pro-life revolution. Help us tell the nation we want a pro-life revolution. The world can be a scary place when you're just getting by, and there's no comfort or warm embrace to make you even want to try. Let's come together from across the land to end the stigma and shame. Be there for each other, and let's loosen and break the chains. Just the chorus. And you know it's true, the unborn matter too. So join us and unite, for we have just begun to fight. Help us tell the nation we want a pro-life revolution. Help us tell the nation we want a pro-life revolution. Help us tell the nation we want a pro-life revolution. Help us tell the nation we want a pro-life revolution. Help us tell the nation we want a pro-life revolution. Help us tell the nation we want a pro-life revolution. Help us tell the nation we want a pro-life revolution. Help us tell the nation we want a pro-life revolution.
I have a question for the DC community. When did your life come to have value? Was it the moment that you came out of the birth canal? Or was it prior to that? Because I'm hearing today from a pre-medicine student from this university that we need to listen to the science, and that we have not heard the science, and that we are only here because of some wild unicorn philosophy. But you see here, we are here with science. The science that we particularly defend is the science of human embryology, which tells us that human life begins at the moment of conception. Personally, I work in the healthcare field, and a direct quote from the book, The Developing Human Clinically Oriented Embryology by Keith Moore, which is used to train physicians, states, human development begins at conception. So, for us to conclude different things, like life begins at viability or life begins at birth, to be absolutely in defiance of science. The large majority of biologists agree that human life begins at conception. If that is true, what do we say about the images that we bring today of children who were discovered after they received treatment from Dr. Santangelo? Was this healthcare? Because we are told that abortion is healthcare for women, that this is what it's doing to the child developing in her womb. When you go to the doctor, does he put an incision in the back of your head and suction out your brain? And do you then leave the hospital saying, I received excellent healthcare today? Whenever we take away someone's ability to sustain their life, that is not healthcare. That is absolutely, utterly, completely unscientific and antithetical to the practice of healthcare. He may have the title doctor in front of his name, but he has caused such dire crime and harm to these children that doctor is the last word we should be using to describe an individual like that. Do you even care about this man being so close to your university? Do you care, women, that some girl in your dorm might come here someday? Maybe she'll be 30 weeks gestation, and Dr. Santangelo could lie to her and say, it doesn't even look like a human. Meanwhile, her child looks like this, potentially, depending on how far along she is. Would it matter to you? Would it matter to you if her child was harmed? Does your heart go out to small numbers in DC, or do we have ageism today, that we can only value children once they have proceeded out of the birth canal, which ignores the science of embryology. We have something to tell you. Abortion is violent. 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 Abortion is murder. 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 Justice for the five. 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 We are the pro-life revolution, and we will dismantle abortion. We are the pro-life revolution, and we will dismantle abortion. We are the pro-life revolution, and we will dismantle abortion. Let their hearts beat. 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 Are you booing for heartbeats? According to the science of embryology, life begins at conception, and a heartbeat is starting at 22 days after conception. And we will fight for them. You are fighting for heartbeats to stop. So we're going to tell you what we think about that. Let their hearts beat! 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 Progressive anti-abortion uprising! 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 Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Santangelo has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Santangelo has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Baby killer's gotta go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Baby killer's gotta go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Santangelo has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Santangelo has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Baby killer's gotta go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Santangelo's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Santangelo has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Santangelo has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Baby killer's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Baby killer's got to go!
Pro-life.
Yeah! Thank you everyone for coming today. We're gonna wrap up. As was mentioned, some of our activists. And we're gonna go back to the Supreme Court to celebrate the fact that
A bunch of about 25 years ago, I was at a church, and there was a whole bunch of people screaming at me like you. And I lifted up my hands and I said, Lord, you know that some of these people belong to you. And one of them worked at the abortion clinic. And about 2 years later, he was at a pro-life conference in Ireland. He repented, he converted, and then He became a Christian, and then he stopped killing babies. So some of you, Father Bill, you want to come and say a blessing on these people? I'm serious. All right, we've got a priest. We're going to finish with a priest blessing you to come to Christ.
We have finals! Leave! I am a final! Can you go home? Don't let me in! Let's go home! I fully Me too! I can share with you if you want! Just gonna count it out? PDF Google Drive! I'm trash! Who's saying that they are? I'm a loser! Get out of here! I'm a loser! Yeah, go fuck yourself. I'm Jewish! Don't do that to me! I'm Jewish! Don't do that to me! I'm Jewish! It's democratically supported! I'm Jewish! Don't do that to me! Don't do that to me! Fuck you! Fuck you! Better than the other day. Still not the best.
This is Ward 7. Yeah, she's trying to go to Ward 8. This one. Just going through that's why that's up on the streets. It fuck's sake.
Yeah, they don't get these guys though.
Bye guys. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming out.
Thanks for coming out for this. Pesky things make me actually want to give exams and grade exams. I can't just do fun pro life stuff all day long. Very inconsiderate.
Found five
Yeah, also like nice as long as you know you try to stay. I thought I knew a lot. Oh yeah. My mom I'm and yeah, literally I thought I knew like a bunch about like the basis and the benefits of like